All right, that was the end of the Taylor Creek bike ride. So Randy, what were the stats on that? How far did we end up going?
We went 20 miles. We did about 2,400 elevation gain, of which half of that was, probably more than half of that was hiking. Maybe 40% bike, 60% hiking at the end.
Yep.
And it was 6 hours and 15 minutes, so we didn't spend a lot of time anywhere.
What was the calorie burn for you?
I think it was something like 1,600 overall. And
wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. So what were the highlights of it, would you say?
Highlights, I mean, you gotta put Otter Falls as that was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite, and I think seeing Snoqualmie Lake was a close second.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're something a little bit less ambitious than we did, then I'd recommend that you go up and do the Otter Falls for sure, and then once you're up there, you can go over and see that Big Falls, which is just past there. And then if you are going to do Snoqualmie Lake, and we didn't start till 1 in the afternoon, but you could start much earlier and then have a lot more breaks.
Yeah, but I think it's really almost impossible to do it in a day without biking.
Oh, without the bike?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good that last 6 miles felt on the bike when I got on it. I mean, after I was dying on the hike, but even with all the places you had to kind of carry your bike through some rocks, it felt great.
Yeah, that was definitely the low part of the trip. Was we probably had to get off the bikes 20 times to walk through rock fields, right?
Yes, well, there was a couple of very large creeks we had to cross with the bikes, but it was like having hiking poles, using the bikes.
Yeah, I think it was worth it for sure, right? Because we couldn't have done it without the bikes.
Right, we could get to Otter Falls without the bikes, but definitely not get up to Snoqualmie Lake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could if you left at 5 in the morning, but I wouldn't want to do that last 6.5 miles hiking out.
Yeah, so I think it's the great way to get into one of the prettiest parts of the Cascades. I wouldn't consider it a great bike ride or a great hike, but I would consider the scenery right at the top. Right,
yes, which is why we did it.
Yeah, that's what this one's all about, seeing places that are just amazing.
And Otter Falls, I mean, you can look at a lot of photos, but what we learned is there's nothing like being there in person. Photos that I saw just never did it justice.
Yeah, it was amazing when you walked through over that bluff and it was right there.
And we happened to be there when the sun was hitting on it. It was probably like 3 in the afternoon.
Well, it's really open back there. I think the sun's on it all the time.
Yeah, and it has that wonderful pool at the bottom, so you could spend 2 or 3 hours there and have a blast.
Okay, so that's the end of Taylor Creek. Where are we going next weekend?
Well, I think we may try one more up here. It's the month of June, so we want to kind of do the river waterfall stuff before they start to dry up. And then as we get over into July and August, we'll probably start hitting some of the higher stuff.
So what do you think is next? Do you know yet?
Oh, I'm thinking maybe we come back in here and drive up to Dingford and then go up, maybe bike up into the, along the Middle Fork.
Okay. Get further back. Yep. Okay, sounds great. Till next time. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Randy.
So later.